When I began my summer internship at a charming vineyard in the countryside, I assumed it would simply be a temporary escape from city life and an opportunity to enhance my resume. I never anticipated forming a strong connection with Olivia, the 61-year-old owner of the vineyard. At 24, freshly graduated and eager to kickstart my career, I expected to focus solely on the work and networking with people in the industry. However, the relationship I developed with Olivia turned out to be far more meaningful than I ever imagined. It all started on my first day at the vineyard when Olivia greeted me with a warm smile and gave me a tour of the property. Her enthusiasm for winemaking and her welcoming nature were immediately evident. As we worked together, her stories about her life and passion for the vineyard made me feel like I was becoming part of something special. What initially seemed like a simple internship quickly evolved into a significant and unexpected experience in my life. One sunny afternoon, while assisting Olivia with the grape harvest, we took a break beneath the shade of an old oak tree. The vineyard was thriving, and the air was thriving, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of ripening grapes. "Do you enjoy working here?" Olivia asked, handing me a cold bottle of water. "I do," I replied, taking a sip. "It's a refreshing change from the city, and learning about winemaking is fascinating." Olivia smiled, her eyes shining with a mix of nostalgia and amusement. "There's something magical about this place," she said. "It's been my home for so many years, and each season brings something new." As we continued talking, I became captivated by her stories about the vineyard's history, her travels, and the experiences that had shaped her life. Olivia had a way of making her past feel vibrant and alive, and I found myself eagerly listening to her tales. As the days passed, our conversations became deeper, and I started to look forward to our time together. One evening, after a long day's work, Olivia invited me to her cozy cottage for dinner. The setting was perfect, with the soft glow of candlelight and the scent of a homemade meal filling the air. "This is lovely," I said, admiring the warm and inviting atmosphere. "I'm glad you think so," Olivia responded with a smile. "It's nice to have someone to share this with." As we enjoyed the delicious meal, our conversation flowed effortlessly. Olivia's wisdom and insights were both refreshing and thought-provoking. I found myself opening up to her in ways I hadn't anticipated, sharing my dreams and uncertainties about the future. After dinner, we moved to the porch, where the cool evening air was a welcome change. Olivia poured us each a glass of wine, and we sat together, the vineyard bathed in the soft light of the setting sun. "You know," Olivia began, her voice gentle, "I've really enjoyed having you here. It's been a while since I've had such good company." I looked at her, feeling a stir of emotion inside me. "I've enjoyed it too," I replied. "You've brought a lot of happiness into my life." Olivia's gaze lingered on me, and I felt a growing sense of closeness between us. "It's strange how connections can form unexpectedly," she said. "I never thought I'd meet someone who understands me so well." The atmosphere felt charged, and I sensed an unspoken tension building between us. Olivia's eyes held a mix of warmth and something more intimate. "I've been thinking a lot lately," she continued, her voice trembling slightly, "about us. There's a connection here that I can't ignore." My heart raced as I realized I felt the same magnetic pull but didn't know how to process it. "I feel it too," I admitted, my voice barely a whisper, "but there's so much to consider." Olivia reached out, gently placing her hand on mine. Her touch was warm, sending a jolt of electricity through me. "Sometimes you just have to follow your heart, even when things are complicated," she said softly. Her words resonated deeply within me, and before I could fully comprehend what was happening, Olivia leaned in closer. My breath caught as her lips brushed against mine. The kiss was tentative at first, a delicate exploration of this newfound connection. I responded, deepening the kiss as our emotions surged. We eventually pulled back slightly, our foreheads resting together, both of us breathing heavily. The world beyond seemed to disappear, leaving only the two of us in this intimate, private space. Olivia's eyes searched mine, filled with a mix of desire and hesitation. "I never saw this coming," I admitted, my voice trembling, "but I can't deny what I feel." Olivia smiled gently, her hand softly brushing against my cheek. "Neither did I," she said, "but sometimes the unexpected turns out to be the most beautiful." She kissed me again, this time with greater urgency, her fingers tracing along my jawline as I felt a surge of passion. I pulled her closer, wrapping my arms around her, our bodies pressing together as the kiss deepened. Her warmth and the softness of her lips made everything else disappear. As the kiss ended, we sat silently, both absorbing the significance of what had just unfolded. Olivia looked at me, her eyes filled with both desire and uncertainty. "What do we do now?" she asked softly. My heart was racing. And I replied, "I'm not sure, but I do know I want to explore this. To see where this connection might lead us." Olivia nodded, her expression softening. "I'm ready to take that journey with you," she said. "Let's see where it takes us." We sat there, holding each other as the moonlight bathed the vineyard in a gentle glow. The future was unknown, but in that moment, all that mattered was the bond we shared, and for now, that was enough. In the days that followed, emotions ran high. Olivia and I continued to spend time together, our bond growing deeper with each passing day. We explored our feelings in quiet moments and shared experiences, and our connection became stronger than either of us had anticipated. One bright afternoon, we took a walk through the vineyard. The weather was perfect, and the rows of grapevines shimmered in the golden light. As we strolled along the path, our hands occasionally brushed, each touch sending a thrill through me. "You know," Olivia said, her voice content, "I've never felt so alive. It's like I'm rediscovering parts of myself I thought I'd lost." I gazed at her, admiring the way the sunlight danced in her hair. "I feel the same," I responded. "Being with you makes me see the world in a new way, like you've opened my eyes to new possibilities." We stopped at a quiet spot beneath a large oak tree, the leaves rustling softly in the breeze. Olivia turned to face me, her expression serious but warm. "Jake, I want you to understand that this isn't just a fleeting thing for me. What we have is real." Her words resonated deeply, and I felt a rush of emotion. "I know," I said, taking her hand in mine. "I've never felt like this before, and I want to see where it takes us." Olivia smiled, her eyes reflecting the last light of the setting sun. "Then let's take this journey together, without fear or hesitation. Let's embrace what we have and see where it leads." We stood there, wrapped in each other's arms, the world seeming to vanish around us. We shared a tender kiss, our lips meeting in a dance of affection and longing. The bond between us was undeniable, and in that moment, we both knew we had found something truly special. Our relationship continued to evolve, transforming from a deep friendship into a profound and passionate connection. Olivia and I navigated our feelings with honesty and openness, our bond growing stronger as we faced the ups and downs of our journey together. Despite the gap in our ages, we discovered that love could break down barriers, bringing us closer in ways we never expected. The experiences we shared and the respect we had for each other laid the foundation for something beautiful and lasting. Looking toward the future, we understood that our path would be unique, filled with its own challenges and rewards. But we also knew we were ready to face it together, with hearts full of love and a commitment to exploring the depth of our connection. In the end, what mattered most was the love we had found and the journey we were embarking on together. For now, that was enough.